Welcome back to Cobalt Core, everybody. We're here with Isaac, Drake, and Max trying to unlock a new ship by not taking any of the original 3. It's a quick overview to get you up to speed. Max has the flow state, so we're drawing 1 less card per turn, but the first 3 times you play a card each turn, we draw a card, so kind of an interesting little twist. Gain 2 evade on the first turn here. Overcharger, every 4th turn you gain an overdrive. Crosslink, every 5th time you attack, gain an evade. And then we have the Ares Cannon to toggle the armor. We have the Control Rods to draw 1 less card each turn. We have Warp Prep, and we have Hard Mode. Okay? So, here, we know what we're going to do. But let's not move or anything yet until we see what cards we're drawing. We're just drawing all basic shots, it seems. That's great. That's fine. That's fancy. Oh, the Jupiter drone would be kind of cool. Every time you attack, this drone copies your attack. Yeah, let's do that. Keep him alive there, too. And we'll just dodge. Okay, now he's getting shot up. Don't love that. I would like to get a parallel shift going here, if possible. Choose a card in your hand, play it for free. That can work. Rightmost card gains retain. Or if I move to the left, I could EMP slug. He will then shoot that, right? Copying my attack. Now, I don't know if he gets the other benefits, but let's find out. He does. Oh, that is sick, Jupiter drone. Dang. Oh, that is very cool. That is very cool. I could retain this and bring in another Jupiter drone next turn. Yeah, sure. Choose a card in your hand, play it for free. None of the... Well, okay. I mean... These don't really help. These don't really help. Okay. So, the downside of this drone is it doesn't do anything automatically. You know? That's the downside. So, if I don't have an attack... Then I'm not getting any benefit of that. I could bust out the Striker Squadrons, though, here. Yeah, let's do this. I'll throw this one in. Oh, this is actually perfect. So I'll kill the smaller drone to block the damage. Oh, wait. No, I can't. What am I talking about? Okay, it doesn't even matter. He's dead. I don't know why do I care? Worm A. Gain 2 temp shields. Adds Worm A to your hand. Yep. So you could basically have a cycle of earning a bunch of temp shields, which is not bad. With 3 energy, you could get 6 shields. It's not bad. Heat sink or heat wave. Now, I've recently come to realize that I was scared of heat way more than I needed to be. So we can play into that a little bit if we want. It's just the thing is, if you look at our deck currently, we have 3 basic shots, 1 shift shot, 1 EMP slug. We don't have a lot of other damage, right? I do want to get like high cost cards. That would be ideal. 1 damage to all attacks. Because its overdrive doesn't last either, right? I'd have to upgrade this for this to be useful. Or more useful, I should say. I could also use this. I could upgrade here to have a heat balance. But again, like I only have these 2 cards for heat, so really it's not that big of a deal. Let's try the Worm A. Let's just give it a shot. What would I want to upgrade here? Maybe here. Jupiter Drone B. This does exhaust... Oh, wait, where's the thing? Choose a card in your hand, play it for free. Choose a card in your hand, play it for free. And removes the exhaust portion. That's pretty cool. Like, we do have a build in mind where we want to get some more expensive cards. Could upgrade this as well. Worm. Oh, it's already Worm A. Rightmost card gains recycle for the rest of combat. This card goes to the top of your draw pile instead of your discard pile when played. Man, we could have something cool here. Okay, so here's the thing. Choose a card in your hand. Oh, wait, these are already B. My bad. What am I thinking? These are already Bs. There's really no way for this to kind of go infinite, right? Choose a card in your hand, play it for free. Because these aren't exhausted. But my really good cards already have exhaust, like Jupiter Drone. Right? So this is pretty good. This is pretty good. If these are both in there, then I'm stoked, right? But I just wonder if I should upgrade this and take the shield. I think I will. I think that's what I'm going to do. Meowdy! I am not going to fight you. Learn that the hard way. Jupiter Drone B. Okay, cool. Snoot. What's up? What's up, Snooty Patootie? Okay. So in this situation, we throw this up. Shuffle the hand for 2 shields, or I can just play 2 worms, right? Kind of accomplishes the same thing. Now I could play EMP Slug. Which is kind of nice here. If I toggle my cannon... I could play EMP Slug and cancel whatever this is launching. Take the 3 damage. Lose my shields. It's not so bad. Okay. Or I could just evade this, too. I really could. No, I can't. Yeah, I can. I could go 1, 2, 3 and evade it all. Or I could go here. I'll do that. Okay. Now. Now what? Some parallel shifts. He is doing a bunch of launching. I will put out... I'll put one of these out. Oh, there's my Jupiter Drone. Now, this is kind of interesting in this scenario. I will have the bubble shield on it, so it can take a hit without getting destroyed. So this will come out, and I'll get to keep my Jupiter Drone. But if I move to the left, I'm thinking about trying the shift shot here with the Jupiter Drone out, and it will probably get moved to the left 4 times. So how could I do that? I guess I'd have to launch it from here and then shift shot. And then just see where it ends up. Because it's going to move everything. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll actually be facing here. My attack drone would be blocking it. Let's just go for it. Because I'm also getting a ton of damage. Oh, Striker. go Striker Squadron, but not really either. I can't. Because one of them's going to get blocked somewhere if I move it to the left or the right. Okay, let's just shift shot this. Okay. Now, I could shuffle this. So I'll toggle this cannon, go here and go here, like that, to keep my, keep all of my deployables alive. Wait, what just happened there? I looked away from the screen for 2 seconds. How did I lose that? How did I lose that other drone? Okay, I don't know how I did that, but I did. I did. Okay, basic shot. Good. Basic block. Return exhausted card to my hand. Which will get discarded and shuffled back in. Or I can just gain a dodge here. And do like this. Okay. Yo, those are some big-ass missiles. This might be a situation where I just add a bunch of worm cards. It's nice that this has the retain too. That is nice. Because if I add 6 shields here, I take, yeah, that would be fine. Do I even need to do all of that? I don't think so. I actually only need 2. Right, because I'm going to take 3 and 1. And then I can afford to take a basic shot and get some damage out for my Jupiter drone. It already has retain, so that's fine. Oh, this... Okay, okay. Now I'm seeing how this could be a bit of a problem. EMP slug for 6. Because, yeah, now that you have a bunch of these, they all get retained. They could sit in your hand until you're forced to use them. Kind of neat. Do we have kill here? Yeah. Jupiter drone. Doing drone things. Okay, so I need attacks. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So this meets a lot of our criteria. This meets a lot of our criteria right now. So we get damage, we get a little bit of heat, right? This would be kind of interesting. And the Jupiter drone would copy it, right? But man, I'm kind of all in on the Jupiter drone. It's also more expensive, so we can get it, like, play it for free. Aggressive armoring is nice. Man, that's really cool. How would this work? Is this saying that... Is this saying that my cannon is going to get the armor? Or the part that I'm hitting is going to get the armor, and that's why this is free? I feel like the part that I'm hitting is going to get the armor. That's kind of nice, too. It's a 0 cost, which goes against one of our cards. I think I'm going to take the Seer. I'm going to take the Seer. Okay, let's try a more difficult fight here. Tentacles. Rogue Starnacle. Yo, dude. What is going on here? Okay. Okay. Well, I got Seer right off the bat. I think what we'll do is basic dodge, see what we get. Got the overdrive, so I kind of want to use this. Rightmost card gains retain. Okay, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna shuffle over a bit. Don't know why I thought I could spend something there. Doesn't matter. Abyssal visions. Holy crap. Yeah, that's not great. What is this? She's brittle. Yeah, but I can't even do anything about it. Hey, Jupiter drone. Why is that charging up like that? That makes me super concerned. We do have two expensive cards and an admin deploy sitting there. I don't really want to play a Worm A either. The only advantage here of returning this to my hand is that it goes back into the deck to get shuffled in. You know what? I'll go ahead and do that. Ooh, a parallel shift. Now, man, I would like to play that just to give me some flexibility in the future. And it will block the bubble shield will block this. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to swallow that. It's fine. Okay. This is also fine. Let's toggle this. I got EMP Slug for 6. Don't have enough for Striker Squadron. I could dissipate some heat. Okay. Ooh, there's Seer. There it is. So we're gonna toggle. We're gonna play Seer for free. Amazing. Amazing. And then I can play EMP Slug. Okay, I kind of like what we got going on here. I kind of like where this is going. Attacks for 2 damage. If it kills, gain 1 max hull. So this is a very specific finisher card. Interesting. Give it piercing, gain 1 max hull. The scaling on that could be really neat. This card you can play infinitely when you get it. Discard a card and draw 2. Discard 2, draw 4. Or this freeze dry again, which is pretty cool. Because the Jupiter drone copies it, this becomes really powerful to lock ships down. Really, really powerful. Especially if you take this one. Oh, but this is exhausted. Yeah, I mean, either way is cool, but this is neat too. I just feel like you're gonna have to get this at just the right time. However, that could combo with something like root access. So there's a possibility there to just, it could just hold it in your hand, right? To give it retain. I don't know. I think freeze dry is really good and we need damage. It's not an expensive card, so that's a downside. Because this also does combo pretty nicely with admin deploy. Right? And if I upgrade it, Yeah, let's try it. It'll be a bit of a challenge. Okay, if you end your turn with more than 0 energy, gain a shield. Prepped batteries, gain 1 energy on the first turn. And strong start, gain 1 boost at the start of your first turn of combat. Add 1 to the next status you gain. I am gaining statuses. Like Overcharger and yeah, but heat, I guess, could backfire on me there, no? I don't really want to boost a heat. That's the downside. So I think we'll take prep batteries here. An extra energy on the first turn. Okay, Spike. Got some holes in that ship. To sharpen your harpoons, eh? Wow, that's cool. This is a weird one to start with, but I'll take it. I do have a basic shot here. See what we draw. Ooh, Striker Squadron out. I don't hate it. You know what I'll... yeah, the problem is... Okay, so if I launch in this position, one of them's going to go down for sure. If I were to move... And if I move here, then they miss their first shots, which also feels bad. If I launch... I can move over here and launch some. Or I can just... Even if I move 1 to the left. Like, I feel like if I move 2 to the left here, I get 4 damage out. I block one of their things. Mine goes down, of course, but I also hit the cockpit. Right? And then this is getting shielded. Striker Squadron out. Done. And then, you know what? I'll just... I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know why I thought I had the energy there. Okay. I think that's okay. I think that's fine. This already has retain. I just need to draw cards, so let me play a Worm A. Okay, I can put it on another attack drone. I'm just wondering if I should shift anything here. I guess I'll just take a basic dodge. I could retain EMP Slug. And then I'll shift this to the left, so we get 2 damage in. Alright. He's down to what? 12. He's down to 12. There's my Jupiter drone. That sucks. Play this. Oh, there's Sear. Very nice. This is 2. I cannot... Oh, yes, I can, actually. If I set up my Jupiter drone here... So I have to do... yeah, I can do it. Right? Go here. Jupiter drone. And then... 1 to the right. And I can choose one to play for free. Now, what do I want here? Okay, this is worth 3. This is worth 4. But doubled. Plus this. So 8 plus 2 is 10. Almost dead. But this also will disable this launch. But I have the bubble, so it's kind of fine. Let's just go Sear here. Now... Interesting note there. This adds heat, but it did not add heat from the Jupiter drone. So it just takes the attack value, not the other statuses. Okay, I'm in. That's cool. look at this. Look at this. 2 damage. If it kills, gain a hull. We got it at the exact right time. I also have this. So we are at 10 hull. Well, now we're at 11. I can't believe we got that to work right off the get. All right. Man, I am digging the dronage, but I actually think a parallel shift here could be quite nice for us. I don't think I want to take more worms. That could be a little bit of a problem. Upgrading this is sick too, because sometimes this one shift really screws you. Upgrading that could get it for free though, with admin deploy. I mean, you can get it for free either way, but you know what I'm saying. Give it a little bit more value. Sure, let's take the drone. Okay, artifact me. Now, which way do I want to go? I probably want to go here. So let's go into the middle. Safety lock. Choose a card with exhaust in your deck. No longer exhaust. Oh, yeah. Okay, sick. So, for me... I kind of feel like it should be cloud save. Right? Like, let's think about this. If I put it on Jupiter drone, yeah, it can always come up and it only costs 1, so that's great too. That's great. But every time I get this, I can bring anything that's exhausted back all the time. Right? But if I just want these to be in my hand all the time anyways, then I should just, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna take this. Let me know what you think about that decision, guys. Like, I think that this feels like the right decision. If this is the card that I want, then why rely on another card to try and get it? The advantage of doing that is that there are multiple cards that do exhaust, and so I could pick the right card for the right situation. But now my Jupiter drone is just not exhausting, so that's pretty sick. Now, what should we upgrade here? Seer with the stun. So this is kind of interesting because Seer is hitting the same spot. So the fact that it adds 2 stun doesn't really do anything, the way I'm reading that. Right? The advantage is that if there's something blocking it, you could hit that and then hit the thing behind it and still get a stun. Right? This piercing could be pretty cool. Returning an exhausted card for 0 is very nice. That's really actually pretty cool. These are already upgraded. Huh. Or I could go the shield drone upgrade like we talked about too. Getting a bunch of these out. Tough call. Do I want this? The thing is, okay, so what exhausts right now? This exhausts, but I'd only play this in a specific circumstance, right? If we could give it retain, then that's cool. And I guess in a certain scenario, there is a world where I'd want to have all my energy to cast something. So doing this for 0 is good. This is expensive as well, so if I don't have an admin deploy, I can also probably play that if that costs 0. This is really nice, but I hate that 2 less energy. That's just really, that's really rough. Oh yeah, but it's already Squadron A too. My bad. Okay. I'm not trying to steal anything. No, no, no. I'm cool. I'm cool. Let's go ahead and do the cloud save. This is kind of a weird one to upgrade though, because because this card gets exhausted too. Just realizing that. What area are we in? Okay, so we're not at like the final boss. So we still have opportunities to increase our max hull. So I'm actually gonna take this. For the piercing. Even though I do feel like for kill shots, we usually have all the shields gone anyways. But it's also 3 damage versus 2. Let's just trust our gut. Let's see what happens. Okay. Unknown. Getting a hail from a research vessel. Dr. Bjorn. You available for a brief test of the Dr. Bjorn's latest invention, the Duplatron? Yeah. Duplicate something for me. I think we gotta... I think I have to duplicate Jupiter Drone B with no exhaust on it. Right? Like, that's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. Or I could duplicate admin deploy. Or, yeah, I mean, I could duplicate so many good things here. I do need more attack cards though for the Jupiter drone, but I am gonna duplicate it. Duplicate a card in your deck 4 times, lose 4 max hull. Dudes, I think actually this might be the way. I think that might be the way. If I just duplicated... Like, is this too many Jupiter drones? Frick, it might be. Because I could duplicate Seer a bunch of times, and then my Jupiter drones just like firing stuff constantly. Okay, I'm gonna go crazy here. I'm gonna go Jupiter Drone B. God. We have a way to gain that back, okay? Like, clearly. Oh my god. This is crazy. Okay. What am I gonna upgrade now? I'm gonna have a bunch of junk getting put out there, so I'm very curious about that. Let's upgrade Seer to Seer B. Stunning some stuff. Okay. This is the test. This is the test. I can launch this and then parallel shift and then launch another one. We'll lose the shield on one. Problem is, like, if I don't get attacks and stuff, then, you know, then things can get awkward. Oh. I shouldn't have done that. I can just, well... Okay, I'll go here, put out my shield drone. And then come back here. This is gonna give me 1, this is gonna give me 1. It's gonna get reduced by 1 because of the shields, and I'll still be where I'm at. Okay, now he's deploying a bunch of garbage. I have another Jupiter drone. I'll put it out, yeah. Basic shot. Okay, so I need to get this off, but I frickin' can't. Wait, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. We're cool. See, now if I had that thing to gain retain, that'd be sick. I could just take a basic block here. See, now, I wonder, too, how this would work if one of these gets the kill based on pillage and plunder. Because I am tempted to just play this, because I'm literally getting... I'm getting 3, 6, 9, 12 hull damage. You know? It's a lot. But I feel like because my ship is so fragile now, I should really try and get these kills whenever I can to actually gain the max hull. And if the attack kills, I gain a max hull. I don't know if we'll gain that status based on what we learned before, but yeah. So I'll just basic block here and I'll let it go. Oh, there it is, baby. There it is. I mean, these could be lethal with all the shift shots here. Dude, that is disgusting. So now we toy around with this thing. This is wild. This is wild. Basic shot just basically gets me through all the shields. And I can toy with this thing until I get that card drawn again. Return exhausted card doesn't help. Okay. I can't put out this Jupiter drone. I don't have space. I can't move twice. How close are we on the extra evades? Every 5th time we attack. Okay. Well, let's play this to just draw cards. Attack drone. None of these actually help me, unfortunately. This will just get rid of a bubble. If I move left... Well, I have temp shields. I could move left and replace this shield drone with a Jupiter drone. Kind of interesting, I guess. Oh! Okay. Okay, yeah, I was thinking that the bubble would survive that impact. But yeah, okay, they straight up always cancel. I did draw another one, funny enough. Okay. Basic dodge here. Striker Squadron available. Is that back in now? It is back in. If I do this, I get rid of this thing. This is blocking. This is getting killed. We still get rid of a bunch of shields. Shift shot would kill. Shift shot would kill, but I want to try and get this. We have both admin deploys and pillage and plunder in the deck. It's just 20 cards. That's the flip side. Let's try. I mean, let's try. Okay. I'll heat sink just to get some cards. I'll Jupiter drone. Now the risk is, because there's a pretty good chance that we draw admin deploy and pillage and plunder next round. This would be, okay, so if I attack here with basic shot, I would deal 1, 2, 3, 4, which would put me in killing range. But I don't want to draw that card now. Okay. Okay. So I'm not even going to play this card because I don't want to draw another one. Where is it here? Oh yeah, here. And I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to this 3, so that might have been 3 cards. Okay. I have the shields. This is fine. I'll take this damage. This is fine. I don't want to risk toggling this to play a card and drawing another, but I think we're probably okay, but either way, it's fine. Okay, yeah, so it's down to 0. Now give me the combo. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. Okay. I can toggle here. The problem is if I do toggle it and I draw another card and it's this one, I can't afford to play it. Because I can't move from here. I'll just be shooting it into this. But then we would learn whether or not the pillage and plunder works on the drones. So that's an option. Basic block. I think I'm just going to chill here. I'm going to take 1 damage. Don't play any more cards. And, like, next turn, very high likelihood that we draw into these. And even if he raises temp shields, we don't care. Come on, man. Give it to me. Oh my god, are you kidding? Come on, give it to me. Dudes. I can take him down to 2 here. And then I still have it. I have both my admin deploys, so I really am trying to draw this now. Man, are you kidding me, dudes? Come on. Let's shuffle our hand. Gain 2 temp shields. Didn't get it, man. Okay. So that means that... That means we'll get it next turn. So... Little finagling, we will pull it off. We will pull it off, but... Okay. Now, when we're in a position to do that, cool, we'll do it. The thing is, we won't always be in a position to do that. But that worked out pretty well. Ooh, an energy drone. It's fun. Clean exhaust. For the rest of combat, all exhaust and single-use cards causes 0 energy. But you have to play this with 4, and the only way... Or I could upgrade it. The only way to play that is with an admin deploy. And then they would cost 0 energy for the rest of combat. So this, not that, sorry. I mean, that's kind of fun. The energy drone is also super cool, though. Especially with the admin deploys. This just seems so fun. 0 energy. I don't know. I kind of feel like we have the cost reduction in admin deploy, and my deck is getting a little bit heavier than I might want it to be right now. As cool as energy drone would be, I think I'm just going to skip the rewards here. Okay. Gain 1 of 2 common artifacts, then gain 1 of 2, then gain 1 of 2. Add 3 Genesis canisters, so you have to get rid of those. Draw +2 cards every turn, but you're offered 1 less card in post-battle rewards. That would offset... Where is it? So I'm drawing 1 less there, and I'm drawing 1 less there. That could actually be kind of nice. Or gain the 3 shields and 3 evades on the first turn. Also kind of cool. But we've had that before. I don't know if we've had this before or not. I'm just wondering now. No, we've had this, so there's no, like, signifier saying whether or not you've picked it up before. That would actually be really nice. This would get me 3 common artifacts. Or my 2 card draw. And then I'm just drawing tons of cards constantly. Which actually makes sense for our deck, because it is a little bit bloated. And we're trying to look for some certain combos. So I'll just take this and be happy with it. Okay. That took us a lot longer than a normal run, but we got some pretty cool little synergies happening here, and I'm pretty excited about it. Guys, we'll take a break here. We come back. This is going to be the end of this run, so wish me luck. See you next time. Bye.